MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a prediction video for Yair Rodriguez versus BJ Penn. It's taking place next Sunday. Yeah, on a Sunday. Um, so it's a weird matchup. You got Yair Rodriguez is 24 years old, flashy as hell, has every kick in the book, very creative, very unorthodox. And then you have BJ Penn, who's 38 years old, 14 years older than Rodriguez. He's, hasn't been very active lately. Um, it's going to be a tough fight for BJ Penn. I really do think that. But it was interesting. I came across a video about 3-4 weeks ago where it was MMA Digest. They put it out, and when 11 years ago, BJ Penn fought Renzo Gracie. At the time, Renzo Gracie was also 38 years old, just like Penn is now. And Renzo made a famous quote. He said something about BJ was still in his dad's nutsack when I was fighting. I was fighting, and BJ was still not born. Um, so BJ had this famous quote, and this quote really rings true to this fight. He said it 11 years ago. Anyway, the quote is some 12-year-old training right now in the future. When I'm Renzo's age, boom, there you go. Got to run into him. It's going to happen. It's a part of life. And, Yair Rodriguez is 24 years old, so 11 years ago, he would have been, 13 years old. So pretty close. So BJ Penn, it's not a surprise he's facing this young kid. It's going to be a handful, I really hate to, be negative about BJ's return and stuff, but I really don't see this ending well for BJ Penn, this fight. He's only had 2 fights in the last 5 years, and he's 38 years old, and yeah, obviously he's training at Jackson Wink, so they're going to have a good game plan for him, but BJ Penn was never a fighter to fight with a game plan, so it's going to be very tough for him to. And what type of game plan to beat Yair Rodriguez? You gotta pick your spots, be patient, but he's never seen kicks like Yair Rodriguez has. He's never seen a fighter that's as smooth as El Pantera, the Panther. I just see BJ getting picked apart, standing, straight up, upright, chin totally exposed like normal. Not always, but you know what I mean. And if Yair lands a clean shot like he did on Andre Feely, a kick like that, I mean, he's gonna put BJ Penn's lights out. And I'm not sure if it'll end up like a KO like that, but I do see it going. Yair Rodriguez, winning this fight. I'm picking him to win second round TKO. I think that BJ will be able to take some of his shots, but eventually he's going to catch him. Yair Rodriguez, the kid is so unorthodox, and he practices these unorthodox moves and kicks and spinning back fists and spinning elbows and backhands. These unorthodox, skills, he uses them and practices them all the time, so he gets really good at them. So for him, it's not a high risk. It's just a part of his arsenal, and that's a type of fighter that BJ's never seen. BJ's been out a while. Like I said, 2 fights in the last 5 years, and his last fight he had was against Frankie Edgar, who's already very familiar with. And the fight before that was Roy McDonald, and we all saw him get picked apart in that fight. It's going to be tough, And like I said, he's never faced a guy with the kicking arsenal, the striking pedigree that Yair Rodriguez has. I mean, I'm not sure what type of background he has, but regardless, he's a ninja out there. With those kicks, it's amazing. And his hands aren't the best. His boxing isn't the best. But I mean, BJ, his boxing, it's all right. I mean, but for today's standards, it's nothing special. Yair does have a very good chin as well. I should have mentioned that earlier. Very good chin. We saw Yair eat some really solid shots in the Alex Caceres fight. Caceres definitely a slick boxer, outboxed. Rodriguez, but I mean, this is MMA. Um, and I just see BJ Penn being there to be hit, and he's going to be getting countered. He's gonna be very befuddled in there with the movements and the weird angles and unorthodox skills that Rodriguez has. That's just my opinion. I think many see this fight going, or many see this fight like I see this fight, and Penn's going to be very, like I said, befuddled, and he's going to have big problems in there. But hey, you never know. It's MMA. He could prove me wrong, but at the very least, Rodriguez is going to win the decision. But I am picking Rodriguez though to win. Second round TKO. But that's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. And that's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Peace.